Hey everyone, welcome to the VGA Podcast. This is episode 26, and it's Caleb and Alex back with you again. Welcome, Alex. You doing okay after the daylight savings time change?
Yeah, I slept in a little bit later today, but I enjoy the brighter afternoons,
Yeah, for sure.
which is something you don't got to worry about.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to worry about changing clocks and waking up at different times here in Arizona, so that's
Yeah,
good.
it's annoying, especially with kids.
Oh, yeah,
So,
for sure.
but yeah, I'm excited for this quiz.
Yeah, so speaking of that, this week we have a Dune Nerd Pop quiz. So we're gonna test your knowledge, see what you retained from the movie. Most of the questions should be at least mentioned in the movie. And then after that, we'll do a video game music trivia quiz. And then we're gonna be playing Guess the Game as well, where we guess the video game based on screenshots. And then after that, we're gonna be talking about Masters of the Air Episode 8 and Halo Season 2 Episode 6.
Sweet, let's do it.
So without further ado, let's get into the Nerd Pop quiz, all about Dune. And I pulled some stuff from the book, but it was at least mentioned in the movie and is interesting. So even if you don't get it, I have a feeling you'll learn something.
Yeah, I'll be the first to admit I'm a noob to the Dune world, so I'm probably going to need a lot of multiple choice for most questions.
Okay, yep.
Fair warning.
All right, and before we get started, let's check your buzzers. So if you get the answer correct, you'll hear...
We are House Atreides.
Good old Duke Leto. We're House Atreides. And if you get it wrong, Paul will tell you... Silence in the voice.
That's good. That's a good one.
All right, so let's get into the first question. What is the name of the first settlement on Arrakis and the longtime seat of the planetary government there?
See, I'll need multiple choice.
All right, so is the first settlement on Arrakis called Arrakis, Arrakeen, Sietch Tabr, or Carthag?
Arrakeen sounds familiar. I'll go with B, Arrakeen.
All right, let's see. Is it Arrakeen?
We are House
That
Atreides.
is correct. Yes.
Yay.
All right.
Sweet.
On this, do you just want to start with all the multiple choices? Or do you want to see it without it first to see?
Let's see it without it first for a split second, and then just do the multiple choice. Yeah.
All right.
Like if you want to read the question first before showing multiple choice, and
Okay.
then just show the multiple choice.
Okay, yeah. What planet was the birthplace of Paul Atreides? So, is it Caladan, Arrakis, Guessthe Prime, or Salusa Secundus?
I feel like I know this one. It's man, they all sound familiar. I think it's Caladan, if I remember correctly. So I'm gonna go with A, Caladan, final answer.
Let's see, is it Caladan? That
We are
is
House Atreides.
correct,
Yay!
yes. That
Okay.
is where he was born.
Okay. Sweet. I'll take that.
Nice, yeah. What material is the Fremen crysknife made from? So is it made from plasteel, a sandworm tooth, hardened spice, or metaglass?
I believe it's a sandworm tooth, right? Final answer?
Let's see, is it a sandworm tooth?
We are House Atreides.
Yes,
Yay!
nice.
Mm,
All right.
Yep, I remember that one.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Hardened spice. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I just made that up. I don't know if I don't think that's a thing. What is the name for the Fremen elite fighters or death commandos? So is it the Sardaukar, Sayadina, Fedaykin, or Harkonnen?
If I remember correctly, Fedaykin. See?
Let's see, is it Fedaykin?
We are
Correct.
House Atreides.
All right.
Yay!
You're
Okay. Seeing the
cooking
multiple
through
choice
this.
is definitely helping.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would get a lot of these without multiple choice, though.
Yeah, it's hard to remember them all without seeing them, for sure.
And I'm so like new to this universe, like I don't think it's like ingrained in my brain yet.
Yeah. What is the name of the water-conserving clothing that the Fremen wear? Is it called water garb, Shai Halud, still suit, or desert duds?
I think it's still suit, right? Final answer?
Let's see, is it a still suit?
We are House
Yes.
Atreides.
Yay!
Correct. Those things do...
Desert Dud. Did you make that one up, or is that a thing?
Yeah, I made that one up.
No.
My wife made the first one up, water garb. I thought that sounded pretty
Water
good.
garb. That is good.
Yeah. Which character is well known for playing the stringed instrument known as the balisette? Is it Thufir Hawat, Duncan Idaho, Leto Atreides, or Gurney Halleck?
Interesting. This one I'm not sure. Let's go with Duncan, maybe? B? Final answer?
Let's see if it's Duncan. No, it was Gurney. This is a tough one because in the first movie there's a cut scene of him playing, but in the second one it does show him for a brief moment in the spice harvester playing the balisette. It's like a really quick thing, but in the book they talk.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
In the book they talk about
Right
it all the
before
time.
he goes, that's right. That split second he's singing, and then before they go out and spice, and that's when he meets obviously Paul again. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What does Lisan Al-Gaib translate to? Is it the voice from the outer world, the savior of the desert, little mouse, or the base of the pillar?
I think it's... Oh, man. The voice of the outer world, eh?
Let's see if it's the voice from the outer world.
We are House
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
That's right, yeah. I think I remember that from after he drank the poison. He was talking about himself being the voice for out of this world or something. I think he said it in some speech.
Yeah, and I think in the first movie they say it at some point too. What is the Fremen tribe name that Chani calls Paul? So just to give you a little background, because it's not super clear, there's a name that they use in public, and then there's a private name that only the tribe knows, and in the movie, Chani's the one who calls him this. So, is it Mahdi, Usul, Lisan Al-Gaib, or El Sayel?
Is it Usul, the B? Final answer?
Let's see if it's Usul.
We are
Correct.
House Atreides.
You got it. Nice. You're doing good on this. I thought some of these, because I think she only says it like one or two times. I was like, I don't know if he's going to get this one, but very nice.
I was so into everything in this movie that some of it did retain. But again,
Nice.
I wouldn't be able to remember it without seeing it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kwisatz Haderach, or Amael Bene Gesserit, whose organic mental powers would bridge space and time, directly translates to what? Is it shortening of the way, grandfather of the desert, the one who brings balance, or everseer?
Ooh, this one. I'm gonna say I believe it's not Everseer. Not the one who brings balance. I'm gonna go with shortening of the way, A.
Let's see. Is it shortening of the way?
We are House
Correct.
Atreides.
Yes.
Yay! Woohoo!
What is the homeworld planet of House Harkonnen? Is it Salusa Secundus, Chussuk, Guessthe Prime, or Grumman?
It's Guessthe Prime. Final answer.
Let's see. Is it Guessthe Prime?
We are House Atreides.
Nailed it.
Remember that one.
Yep. Amazing scenes in the movie on that planet. So.
Oh, for sure. Oh, so interesting the way they filmed that.
Yep. What is the name of the mentat in service of House Atreides? Is it Peter de Vries, Thufir Hawat, Gurney Halleck, or Duncan Idaho?
And the Mentat is like the human computers, right?
Yes.
I believe it's not Duncan, it's not Gurney. I'm gonna go with, I think it's B. Final answer.
Let's see if it's Thufir Hawat.
We are
Correct.
House Atreides.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Peter de Vries is the mentat in service of the Harkonnens. So threw that one in there.
Mhm. Process of elimination. It was between A or B.
Yep. Nice. Who betrays House Atreides by shutting off the shield generators, allowing the Harkonnens to attack? Is it Thufir Hawat, Wellington Yue, Duncan Idaho, or Jessica Nerys, Paul's mother?
Wellington UA. B. Final answer.
Let's see if it's Wellington Yue.
We are House
Yes,
Atreides.
nice. You're nailing these.
Yay! I know. I'm impressing myself.
This one, I put Jessica on here because in the book, a lot of people think she's the one who did it. But obviously, if you saw just the movie,
Really?
you wouldn't really
Yeah.
know that. So it's not too, it couldn't really trip you up that much, I guess.
Yeah. No. I mean, I'm not a fan of her, but yeah, no.
What is a Fremen saying that is a common taunt before a fight? Is it, may thy knife chip and shatter, meet your death, fool, will you run or stand and fight, or choke on your own moisture?
That'd be funny. I don't think it's not that. I think it's A. Final
Let's see, is it may thy knife chip and shatter?
We are House Atreides.
Yeah.
I like the last one though. Choke on your own moisture.
Yep. Yeah, I made that one up. I thought that was pretty funny. And, you know, it's kind of Fremen. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
What is the Fremen term for the sandworms of Arrakis? Is it Shaitan, Sayadina, Shai Halud, or Samuta?
Okay. I don't think it's A or D. Sayadina or Shai Halud. I think I'm not confident, but I think it's C.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go C. I'm not confident, but let's go C.
Okay, is it Shai Halud?
We are
That
House
is correct.
Atreides.
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness.
Nice. Shaitan
Stick
is
with the gut.
Yep. So Shaitan is like their Satan. He's like an evil, like satanic
Interesting.
creature. Sayadina is the term for their like lower ranked priestesses below the Reverend Mother. And Samuta is like a kind of drug. And then Shai Halud is their term for the sandworms. It means grandfather of the desert.
Yeah. Okay. Grandfather does. Yep, I remember that.
They also, I would have also accepted maker because they do call the worms the makers.
Maker. Oh, okay. Interesting.
On what prison planet does the Emperor get recruits for his elite Sardaukar force? Is it Guessthe Prime, Solusa Secundus, Bella Tajus, or Harmonthep?
Oh man, I'm not sure about this one. I don't think it's Guessthe Prime. I don't think it's D. I don't even remember hearing anything D. So I'm going with either B or C. So Lusa Secundus or Bella. How do you say that? Bella what?
I don't know. It's either Bella Tagoose or Bella
Bella
Tajus. I'm saying it like Beetlejuice because it looks like Beetlejuice. So Bella Tajus.
I have a gut feeling I'm gonna stick with the gut feelings. I think it's B. Final answer.
Let's see. Is it Solusa Secundus?
We are a house
That
of
is
traders.
correct. Yes.
Yay!
We do see that in the first movie where that guy's doing the weird like throat singing thing and
Oh
the
yeah,
Sardaukar getting ready to go to Arrakis.
That's right. Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, and the Emperor uses it, so it's a prison planet where he sends all the like worst people, and then those that survive that then become his Sardaukar. And Paul actually gets the idea it strengthens his idea of teaming up with the Fremen because he talks about that and is like, who has it harder than the Fremen to live? Like, even on Solusa Secundus, it is a really hard place to live, but Arrakis is even harder. So so that's how he gets the idea of using them. All right.
Makes sense.
Well, that's the quiz, and as long as I counted correctly, you got 12 out of 15.
Okay,
I may have missed some. Let me just double check.
I pleasantly impressed myself.
Yeah.
Granted, you used most of the information from the movies, but still, though.
Yeah. Actually, I think you got 14. I think the only one you missed, I may have just miscounted, was the Gurney Halleck Balasek question.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true.
14 out of 15. That's good. Very nice.
Or it'd be 14 out of 30 if you're doing the...
Yeah, well, we use the multiple choice. So.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, sweet. Yeah, I'm impressed with myself.
Yeah, that was good.
It's such an interesting world and lore. Like, I'm itching to learn more about it.
I know, I've still been obsessed with it this past week, like watching videos about the lore, and I kind of want to start the next book, but I don't know.
It is smaller, so you might finish it faster.
That's true. All right. Let's move on to Video Game Music Trivia, episode 25. So I'm going to play you a video game song. I can also give you the year the video game was released, and if you can guess it right, then you score a point. And there is, again, a theme to this one, and if you can tell me what the theme is at the end, after all the songs, then you get a bonus point.
Okay.
So let's hear the first song. What game is this song from?
Yeah, I already know it. Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time.
Let's see, is it Ocarina of Time? Yes, it is. Nice.
I love this song.
Such a great song. Had to start off with something easy.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is such a... I have so many memories of playing this game and just loving this song.
I know, I love this
Running
song.
through the... Oh.
All right, here's the next song.
Ooh. Oh my god. Sounds very familiar. Is this Prince of Persia?
Let's see, is it Prince of Persia? No. Good guess, but no.
What year was this?
This was released in 2011.
2011. Okay, so it's like 360. God, it sounds so familiar. What? I know I've played it because it sounds familiar.
Yep, I'm pretty sure you've played it.
I don't know if this is right, but I'll just take a random guess. Is it... God, it sounds familiar. Is it Uncharted?
Ooh, let's see.
Uncharted
Is it? Yeah,
3?
Is it Uncharted 3? You nailed it.
Oh,
Exact
okay.
one. Very nice.
Okay, I was like, I know I played this game.
Yes, this is the Rub al
Okay.
Khali from Uncharted 3.
Yes, okay. I finally came back to me like, okay, that sounds familiar. Whew, okay.
Okay, next song.
It sounds very familiar too. What year is this?
This came out in 2017.
Is this is Super Mario Odyssey, right? No?
Let's see, is this Super
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey? Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
okay. I was like, wait, yeah.
This is
Okay.
the Tostarena Ruins. Very
That was
nice.
a tricky one because it was like a Super Mario Odyssey has like so many themes.
Yeah, I know, and they're all like they all fit the worlds so well too.
Okay.
All right, this next one might be a little harder. Let's see if you get it.
What year was this?
This came out also in 2017.
Oh. Oh, another 2017 game. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. 2017. Kind of sounds like a Horizon. Is it Horizon Zero Dawn?
Let's see if it's Horizon. No.
Oh. Oh.
Let me look up the... Since this is a harder one, I'm not sure you've played it. Let me give you the genres listed.
I got one more guess before we do that. I don't know if this is it.
Okay.
Is it Hellblade? I played Hellblade. It kind of sounds like that.
Let's see, is it Hellblade? No.
Oh.
This is an action role-playing game, which I don't know if that'll help you too much. I'll give you one more guess if you want to take it.
Let's take a guess. Is it a Final Fantasy game? Whatever Final Fantasy came out that year?
Let's see, is it Final Fantasy? No, this was Nier Automata.
Oh,
Memories
I
of
have
Dust.
played this. I never beat it though.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Okay,
I've
interesting.
played a little bit of it, but did not beat it. But it was a fun game.
Mhm. Yeah, it was fun for when I played. Okay. Interesting.
Okay, next song.
What year?
This came out in 2022.
Oh, 2022. Huh. Interesting.
Actually, I think I got the... Hold on. I got the incorrect one specifically, so let me find you the real release date.
Oh,
This actually came out in...
release dates.
Yeah, in 2017.
Oh,
I'll just give you this extra hint. There's multiple in the series, and I put the wrong one here, so I'll tell you the correct one when.
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
2017. Oh. Is it? It sounds like a JRPG. It came out in 2017. It's JRPG. Maybe Xenoblade Chronicles?
Let's see. Is it
I'll go
Xenoblade?
with
Oh yeah.
I'll go with Xenoblade 2. I think that's the first one that came out on the Switch.
Let's see if it's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Correct.
Oh,
Pretend that says 2.
oh, 3. Okay.
No, pretend it says 2. It is from 2. More Ardain is from 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I accidentally put 3,
Sweet.
but yeah, it's actually from Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I would have given you the point for any Xenoblades, but very nice.
Sweet. Had to think for a second, and then you mentioned a series, and then then I knew it sounded like a JRPG. I'm like,
Yep.
okay,
I was
Switch JRPG 2017.
nodding my head when you said JRPG. I'm like, yup.
Whoa.
All right, next one.
Ooh. That sounds very familiar too. What year is this?
This came out in 2014.
This is God, I know this. It sounds like is it? I don't know if this is right. It sounds like the first thing that popped in my head was Mario Kart. Is it Mario Kart? Like a racing.
Let's see if it's Mario Kart. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Mario Kart 8.
Yeah, Dry Desert.
Yep. This is
Wasn't Dry Desert a remake of an older game one too, right?
It was originally in Double Dash, but the song
That's
is the
right.
one from 8. Yep.
I knew it sounded familiar. I'm like, wait a second.
Very nice. Okay, next up.
What year?
This came out in 1994.
Oh, 1994. Year I was born.
Oh.
Is it? Interesting. What year? 1994. Is it a Sonic game? Sonic?
You want to go with Sonic? Let's see. Is it a Sonic
Yeah, I'll
game?
go with Sonic.
Yes, it was
Oh,
Sonic and
okay.
Knuckles. Nice.
I was actually gonna guess that or like a Donkey Kong Country game.
I could
but
see that
go ahead
too.
and pick that.
Yeah. This is Sandopolis Zone from Sonic and Knuckles.
That's right. God.
Okay, next up. I will say this
What year?
this is one of my favorite songs from this game, and this game came out in 1997.
God, that sounds so familiar. Why does it sound so familiar? Is it? Why does it sound so familiar? Have I played this?
Yes, you have.
Is this?
I
Is
don't.
this Final Fantasy VII?
Let's see. Is this Final Fantasy VII? That's correct.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah.
This is Cosmo Canyon. I was about to say I don't know if you've gotten to this part in the original, but Yes, you have played it.
Yeah, it sounds so familiar too. Maybe I don't. Maybe I did, or I don't know.
I don't know yet, but I'm hoping in Rebirth we get to Cosmo Canyon. I'm not sure if we will, but I love this music, so I hope to hear it remade.
Or, well, if I get to that part, I'll remember you love this song.
Yep.
I love the Chocobo song.
Yeah, the Chocobo. Honestly, it's hard to pick a favorite in Final Fantasy VII. All the music is so good.
That's true, man.
Okay, next up.
What year is this?
This came out in 2007.
2007.
Yep.
Cool. Hmm. 2007. It sounds like. Well, is this God of War? I have no clue which one was in that year. I think God of War. That was what, PS2? God of War 2, maybe?
Let's see. Is it God of War 2? No. I could see why you would guess that for sure.
Yeah. Interesting. I guess I'll just guess. I don't know. I'm stumped on this one.
Let me see if I can give you a hint. I don't think it'll really help. Basically, the hint is it was released on all platforms.
I don't know. A Call of Duty game? It's like Call of Duty campaign mission?
Is it Call of Duty? No.
Oh.
This was Assassin's Creed.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay. That makes sense.
Yep. Okay, and this last one, like sticking with how we've done it before, the last one's a little bit harder, and I'm not sure if you've played it, so so just think of the theme of all the ones you've heard so far, and that might help you.
Okay.
So this game was released in 2012.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't play a lot of it, but the first thing that pops in my head with the theme I'm thinking of is like a Borderlands game. I don't know which one.
Interesting. So. Let's see if it's Borderlands. No.
Ooh.
I think I'll give you the genres of this game. It might help.
Okay.
The genres of this game are third-person shooter, tactical shooter, and adventure.
Third-person shooter, tactical shooter, and adventure?
Yes, and also it had an amazing story.
I have one guess, but I don't know. This is like, it doesn't, I don't know if it fits the theme, but maybe Mass Effect?
Let's see, is it Mass Effect? No.
No.
This is
I'm stumped.
Spec Ops: The Line. This is the Dune song.
Dune.
Yeah, I pulled that. Like, the song isn't that interesting, but I was like, okay, we're doing Dune. I have to pick this one.
The Dune, yeah, that's perfect. Interesting. Okay.
Have you ever played that game?
I have not.
Oh, I mean, it might be a little dated now, but the story in it is so good.
Like back then, it was good.
Yeah, well, I mean, now the story would still be good. It's just, I don't know about the gameplay, the third-person shooter, and the graphics and stuff, but if you want a good story that'll make you think, this one's a good one.
That's saying a lot too for being just like a shooter.
Yeah, I know. I was very surprised.
Oh,
All
interesting.
right, so now you can think about. We can go back and look at all the different songs, and unless you have a guess right now for the theme, and if you get the theme right, you get a bonus point.
The first thing that popped in my head is like desert or like sand. I hate
Right.
sand.
Let's see. Is it desert or sand? It is. This was all desert music.
Yay!
Very nice. All right.
Yeah. I like you stuck with the desert, the dune.
Yep. I try to keep them kind of loosely related to what we're doing in the Nerd Pop quiz.
Yeah.
But I won't always do that, so you never know when I'll pull one
all
on
right, tricking me.
So you got 7 of the songs correct, and with the bonus point, you are at 8 out of 10. Very nice.
Yay! You put that to B. I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm content. So this week, not bad. I impressed myself more than I thought I would.
Nice.
So
yeah, you've
I'll
done
take
good.
that as a win.
All right.
Sweet.
Let's move on to Guess the Game. Let's take a look at these
Pokemon.
screenshots. That is a Pokemon. That is Snorlax. We just got to figure out which one. So like usual, we'll guess based on the screenshots. It'll change colors if we're in the right series. And we'll also get clues up here if we get some wrong. So this kind of, to me, looks like a Pokemon mobile game. I don't think it's Pokemon Go.
Oh, with like that little chest.
Yeah, the chest, the graphics.
What mobile game is? What Pokemon games do they have mobile?
There's that cafe one maybe. Pokemon.
Oh,
Pokemon Sleep. It could be that one. Have you heard of that?
it does look like he's laying down. I have.
So we could do that. I know they have the Pokemon Cafe. You want to do cafe or sleep?
Let's do sleep. It looks like he's laying down.
Yeah, and the Snorlax would fit with the sleep for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Is it Pokemon Sleep? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
First guess. All right, very nice.
That was an easy one.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go back up to where we were. All right, next one. Okay, so this looks like kind of demonic imagery in a cave. I don't think it's Diablo, though.
Is there like a bird down there or something? Is that red in the middle?
Yeah, I can't
What
tell
is
what that
that?
is. It could be blood or a bird, or I don't know.
That's sure it could be blood. I don't know after this image.
Could this be one of the newer Doom games, like Doom Eternal?
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to try it. Fits the look of it.
Okay, so it is not Doom. 75% on Metacritic. We got a health bar here with this face.
I feel like if we played it, we would know right away with this.
Yeah, this is kind of... I don't know if it's the right time period for this, but it kind of looks like a Dante's Inferno or something, like Dante's Inferno. We try that one?
Yeah, let's try that.
Hey, it was.
Oh!
I've never even played that game. Just the imagery in this face made me think of it.
That was good. Nice.
Nice.
I was stumped.
Okay. This looks familiar.
It does.
It kind of looks like it could be a Resident Evil, maybe. It also kind of reminds me of a place in Bloodborne, but I don't think that's right.
I'm trying to think of what Resident Evil game it would be if it was one. Could be 6 or our Village.
Let's throw out a Resident Evil because that's the vibes
If you
it's
do
giving
it,
me.
I'd do Village.
Okay, Metacritic score 72. Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek from Dorothy.
Dorothy. Huh. I don't recognize it. Is it a horror? It kind of looks like it is like a horror type.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that.
I don't know. I guess you could just make random guesses. Maybe like Evil Within or something.
Oh yeah, you can throw that one out there.
No.
PC,
PS4, Xbox One.
PS4, Xbox One. Yes, 4.
Dorothy. That's interesting. Dorothy, Doctor, Blood, Castle.
Don't think I've played this one because I don't recognize that guy.
Is it? I don't know. Is there games with the name Dorothy in it?
Legends of Oz, Dorothy's Return. What about like a fear something? I don't know.
Or what about game? What about that vampire game? Or did they already have that one?
No, I think I did that one in a music one. I'm totally good.
It kind of has like, yeah.
Yeah, let's try it. Oh, nice.
Oh.
Good job. All right.
Dang.
Oh, this looks familiar. I have a guess.
That little thing does look familiar.
It's I think it's a Yakuza Like a Dragon, maybe? Or one of the Yakuza games.
Oh, that looks like it, yeah. Yakuza or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. The only one I played is Like a Dragon, and I think I saw something like this in it. But it could be a different one. Ooh, it's not.
Oh, that's
Not any Yakuza game. This definitely looks Japanese, so a Japanese type game, probably. This
definitely looks newer, too.
Yeah, I never played Shenmue 3, but this is giving me Shenmue vibes.
Try it.
Played the first two. Was there a third one? Yeah, there was. Nope. PC,
Macintosh,
Mac, and PS4.
PS4. Interesting. PS4. So it wasn't on an Xbox or a Switch or a Nintendo.
Mm-mm. Trying to think of Sony games, but this doesn't ring any bells.
Too. Man, is that like an underwater facility?
Let's skip this one and see the next one because I don't even have a guess.
Yeah, I can't think of anything. Was this another horror? Survival horror adventure. Oh.
This suit almost looks like Mass Effect, but it's definitely not Mass Effect.
Is it? Is it like Until Dawn, maybe?
We can guess that.
I don't know if it's that. I just think of like a survival horror type game.
Omni Tool,
2015.
Haimatsu. I don't think I may not have even heard of this game.
Omni Tool. Omni Tool sounds familiar.
I just skipped to the last one because I have no idea. Yeah, Omni Tool is also in Mass Effect, but
Is it really?
Games, yeah. Fictional games, A, B. It looks like they're underwater.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know this either. Then
There's something like Aqua something. Aquatopia. Soma. I feel like I've heard that name, but I do not know much about that game.
I haven't even heard of that. Looks
Interesting.
interesting.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. This also looks like a mobile game, kind of.
Does
Could this be Candy Crush?
that's the first thing that I thought of too is Candy Crush.
Let's throw that out there. Candy Crush Saga. Yep.
Oh, that's
right.
funny.
I don't know if I would have gotten it from that one. Definitely would have gotten it here. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom played that game all the time.
Did she?
Yeah. Okay, we got underwater. Kind of. Is that pixelated? Like, or is it
Who
just
knows
really
what
zoomed in?
pixelated-
Huh.
It looks picked like a 2D, like a
Yeah.
I don't know, like a Sonic type 2D style or something.
Could be. Like, the graphics are looking kind of like Celeste, but the plants and stuff definitely do not.
Yeah, like the ice wall and stuff, or seawall, whatever.
Yeah. Let's throw out Sonic. I have no idea which one. Generations, maybe?
Sure.
Okay, not Sonic. Interesting. 90% on Metacritic.
Oh,
This looks a little less pixely.
yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know for that.
Yeah, I don't think it is this, but I'm just gonna throw out Just Cause 3 maybe, and we'll see the next one. PC.
PC. I'm definitely not gonna know it then. If it's just PC.
Yeah, I don't think I know it. I'm gonna skip. Action simulation, managerial business simulation.
Yeah, I haven't played this.
2022. Mint Rocket. I have no idea. Scuba Manager. Scuba. Deep Sea.
Deep sea dive or something.
SeaWorld Shamu's Deep Sea Adventures. It's not this, but I don't know this one.
I'm stumped.
It looks kind of interesting. Dave the Diver.
Dave. Oh, I have heard of that actually.
I have
Dave the Diver.
never heard of that. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Definitely looks
Dave
like
the Diver.
unique kind of gameplay. Huh.
Interesting.
Okay, we got a helicopter flying in. Looks
Light.
kind of blocky and cartoony on this light.
What is this? Fortnite. Let's go.
I mean, we could throw out a Fortnite or something like that.
Yeah. Can you think of any other like style games like that? Oh,
I don't think it is, but let's just throw it out. That's not how you spell it.
no,
Okay.
no.
None yet for the Metacritic score.
None yet.
Hmm.
This second one does not look familiar at all.
Yeah. PC. Almost looks like a Battlefield.
And I was gonna say that it looked like a multiplayer. You're taking the zones.
Is there like a
PC only Battlefield.
Battlefield Heroes? I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
Action, massively multiplayer shooter, and teamwork. This game definitely took some things from Battlefield with that attack that is
Mm-hmm.
The spitting image of it.
I don't know this one.
Is this a Lego? Like
I know, like a Minecraft shooter.
Lego battles?
I swear if it's that first Lego battles. No.
This looks just
This
like
is
Battlefield. That's so crazy.
I have no, I mean, it looks interesting. I just have no clue what it is.
It is BattleBit
Battle Pit.
Remastered. Interesting. Yeah,
It
some of
looks
these
kind of fun.
PC ones. Yeah, it does look fun. Some of these PC ones I've never even heard of, though. That's crazy.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't know, man.
If it's not Pong. Pong. It's not Pong.
10 points.
Would this be like asteroids?
Oh, maybe.
Nope.
Arcade.
Shadow. Does that say Shadow? I know we're getting old, but I think this might be even before our time.
Yeah, I don't know what those three.
Let's go with. I have no idea. Pinball Arcade. Oh my goodness, is this really Pac-Man?
They
This does not look like Pac-Man. I guess that pellet does make
No.
sense.
Still though.
It is Pac-Man.
Yeah, those were like the worst images to do Pac-Man. Like there's so many more like iconic little things you could have done.
Yeah, I guess they tried to make it a little more vague. And what more can you do
Yeah,
to
I
make it vague
know.
than throw it and just show like a
I
tiny
think
little piece of it?
whoever got that on first try, kudos to you.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, we got an orange door with a
Hmm.
medical looking thing.
It almost looks like a hmm. Hmm. Looks like another PC type game, to be honest.
Yeah. What about? I don't think this is it, but I'm just going to throw this out there since it has the medical thing. I know Surgeon Simulator, there was one level in space. Let's just throw that out there. Nope. Oh. I think this is like a. This looks like a puzzle game, a PC puzzle game I've seen, but I can't remember what it's called. It's bringing up like push the button or something like that. No, maybe press the button.
It doesn't look familiar to me.
Yeah, I guess it's not that. Let's see. PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch. Some
Is it
snow.
Enter the Gungeon? Have you heard of that?
I have heard of it. I don't know what that really looks like, so. Oh, action shooter survival horror. Is this
What the
the
heck?
What's the one where you play as the monster? No, I don't think that one's it.
I definitely haven't played this.
2022. Aw. Rose Engine GBR. Yeah, I don't think I've played this either. Darn. Let's see what it is. Signalis. Definitely would not have gotten that.
I haven't even heard of that.
Mm-mm. All right, let's do two more.
Okay.
These blocks.
Is that Mario?
Oh.
Looks like the space, or not the space, but the ship, in the battles. Like the start of it or end of it?
Could be. I was thinking it almost looks like Minecraft or Terraria or something.
Oh, Terraria is a good one.
Let's, yeah, just throw that out there. Nope.
Hmm.
Oh, what's that one where you're running on rooftops? No, maybe that's not this.
Hmm.
Let's do speedrunners. I throw that one out there for these types of looking games.
Yeah.
PC, PS3, PS Vita, PS4, and mobile.
PS Vita. Oh, this does not look familiar either.
No, I don't think that's this one either, but let's just throw out another pixely one, Hotline Miami. That definitely looks like Hotline Miami. Action shooter. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's Hotline Miami 2, maybe, because we did get that kind of
Oh,
right.
I didn't even realize I was yellow.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Huh.
That's not bad.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
definitely Hotline Miami. I just did not recognize this. This looked a little familiar. Okay. All right.
Okay, yeah, nice.
Got it. Last one. What do we have here?
Hmm.
Like an alien looking thing?
The heck? Okay.
Could this be like Darksiders? It's kind of like, could be like demons or something in hell drinking.
Maybe. Yeah, it does look like some sort of.
Just do the first one. Nope.
Oh,
Still
what is
does look
that?
demonic. 91%. I never played them, but could this be a Silent Hill? It looks old.
What is that blue?
Light? Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna throw out Silent Hill 2.
Okay.
PC and PS1 with the weird demon guy.
PS1 PC. Hmm. PS1 PC. I'm not sure on this one either.
Oh, I know this one. What's that called? Legacy of Kain. Something Legacy of Kain. Yeah, it's one of these. I definitely recognize this guy. Which one is it, though? Oh, man, there's a lot. Soul Reaver, I guess? Okay, there it is.
Oh, nice.
Whew.
Nice.
All right. Ended on a win.
Interesting.
Nice.
I never played those.
I actually haven't either. I just saw my friend play it one time, and I remember this guy. It looked like a fun game, though. Definitely old, but it would be interesting if they remade these. I would play a remake of this.
Yeah, it looks like it'd be fun. I'd play a remake of that too.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. So, should we go with Halo or Masters of the Air?
We can go with Masters of the Air, I guess.
Okay. Let's talk about Masters of the Air, Episode 8. So we'll give our scores and our overall thoughts, and then we'll announce spoilers and get into those. So do you want to go ahead and give your score first for Masters of the Air, Episode 8?
Sure. Yeah. I enjoyed this one as well. It was similar to last week. I feel like it definitely felt like another setup episode. Well, for the finale, of course. But I still enjoyed it. I think overall, I'd probably give it a. mm, I'm teetering between a 7 and an 8. Uh, hmm. I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I was a little let down by this episode because I mean, it was kind of similar to the last one, definitely felt a lot like set up for the finale. This one just felt
Mhm,
a little more rushed to me. There were
for sure.
definitely some shots that I liked and some really cool scenes, but there was also stuff that just didn't really work for me. So I'd say it averages out to pretty neutral, maybe slightly above average. So I gave this one a 6. Um,
Okay.
I feel
Okay.
like it could have benefited from being longer, and there were things that I wanted to see more of, and
Yeah.
it felt like they could have split it into multiple episodes. So yeah, it's still a great show. I'm still really enjoying the show, but this one felt a little weaker than past weeks, especially like episode 5 and 6. It was,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Those are
yeah,
like peak. Yeah.
right. And for the time they're at in the war, I thought that this time period would have been given a little more time. So we'll talk more about that in the
Yeah. I
spoilers.
I
But
do agree with that. Like, there were some moments where I just didn't feel the buildup. Like, it didn't. Like, they almost downplayed certain things.
yeah,
Even though I get like they're not focusing on that specific thing, which we'll talk about in spoilers. But like, I
hmm,
don't know. I do get what you're saying.
yeah,
In introducing new characters,
very
like
quickly,
this
yeah,
in the second to last episode,
right.
right?
Especially
So
because
why?
they've like been in promotional materials and they felt like they would be more impactful, but I don't know.
Yeah,
They still might be in the last episode. To be fair, it just felt like really rushed in this one.
yeah. Oh, for sure. So I do get what you're saying. Like, I could see a 6 definitely. But yeah,
All right,
we'll talk about it in spoilers. Yeah.
yeah, let's get into spoilers now. So spoilers for Masters of the Air, episode 8. Okay, so
Um.
so um, this started off with the Tuskegee Airmen. Um,
Mhm.
and I thought all of their scenes in the air were really fun to watch, but they also were just really quick. Um,
Super quick. Yeah, definitely. Like, almost like I don't like it was so quick. It was almost let down. I was almost let down.
yeah, I was expecting to see, and also for the just to step it back to even the last episode where they say we're going to use you as bait and let them like take
Hmm.
out the fighters. Like I was expecting to see some of that. We didn't really see any of that. We saw,
No,
I
we didn't.
think,
That's right. Yeah,
yeah, we saw 2 really quick Tuskegee Airmen scenes, and those planes are so fast and like firing the missiles and stuff. It all looked so
like they
cool.
were cool,
Yeah,
but
but
well, you're right. It was quick, and it was with characters we just met.
yeah, and that's why I feel like we could have had a whole episode, or I feel like they could do a whole mini series on the Tuskegee Airmen.
This side, yeah.
Yeah, a really interesting group, and like
Hmm.
especially for the time period. And it just feels like we got them for just a little bit, and just to set up some scenes in Germany with Buck and Alex. Um,
Yeah. Oh yeah, Alex. Alex. I like that name.
yeah. So yeah, I feel
Uh,
like it could have benefited from being longer or split into different episodes, but you
I
know,
did like their scenes at the camp with Bucky and Buck and them.
for sure, I really liked Buck's line to kind of ease the tension. He's like, "Well, I knew you weren't a spy."
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, that was a good line.
yeah,
But it's just it plays into like an interesting thing because you're right. It's like it's in the 1940s, so obviously there's even more racism and everything back then,
yeah, racial
and
tensions and
than there
everything.
is now. And so like yeah, so it's interesting seeing like they're fighting for the same country. We're at an enemy camp. Like you know what, like we're Americans together. I don't know. I like the camaraderie.
Yeah,
Uh, I mean, because of their situation, they're almost forced to.
yeah.
Like I also don't think Buck cared regardless,
Hmm.
but still, I don't know. I found it very interesting because you could tell they were guarded, understandably.
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
40s.
Yeah.
So I did enjoy that aspect of the episode a lot, like the whole camp.
Yeah, I liked all the camp stuff, them like making plans for all the different like
Scenarios
possibilities,
that
yeah,
happen.
scenarios
Yeah.
of what could happen, and like using the stump remover to train up the men and get them stronger under the guise of stocking up for the winter. I thought that was a smart plan.
Yeah, everyone just they spin that tool to pull out stumps and like just keep the rotations faster, just rotate more and more and more, and we'll use that to kind of get muscle
Yep.
prepare. And what were the three scenarios? He's like, we'll either have to attack our way out, uh, they'll move us,
Yeah.
or there's one
They'll
other
be
one.
freed or something, or execution,
Yeah,
I think was the last one.
execution. There you go. The move us, execution, or we're fighting our way out.
Yeah. Fight/escape. Yeah.
Yeah, escape. Yeah. So all that was interesting, and did they use Alex or was the other guy for the mapping?
It was Alex, yeah. I thought that was really cool because
Yeah.
they set up some of his art stuff before, and then it just makes sense
Mhm.
that he'd draw a map, and Buck sees that potential, and he's like, man, our maps aren't nearly this good. We need you to help us out.
Yeah. So like that was part of the episode.
And in that too,
Wh-
in that in Stalag Luft 3, I also thought seeing Bucky go kind of stir crazy was interesting and get in the fight with Buck. And he's like
Yeah.
playing out baseball games and just wants to like loaf around and
Yeah, kind of
and
crazy
goof
in a
off.
way.
Yeah, he was definitely getting a
Like,
little
losing his
unhinged.
mind.
I did like though after Buck punches him in the face, he definitely seemed to like put himself together a little bit more and be like, okay, we do need to
Yeah.
figure out some of these plans. And so
Yeah, because they had mentioned they've been at the camp for what, 8 months now,
yeah,
I think they said.
something like that.
And and then of course then it goes, they're fighting and talking, and then the Germans kind of start freaking out, like, get to your bunker, get to your bunker, and then Buck's like, oh, it happened, like they made land,
They've landed.
like
Yep.
happened. Yeah. So that's the other half of this episode that was the part this is the part I was disappointed in.
Yeah.
Is- I mean, I get it. It's not about D-Day, but D-Day is such a big thing and it felt so glossed over.
Yeah. Even like, we'll talk about the stuff before, but at one point Crosby wakes up from like 3 days of sleeping. It's like, oh man, I
Mhm.
missed it. And I was like, yeah, I'm feeling kind of the same way. We missed it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, again, I know the show isn't about D-Day, but like, I don't know, you got to feed us a little bit. D-Day is such a big thing, or they hardly they didn't even show him flying really, except for like a 2-second flashback.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was a flashback. It wasn't, yeah, even at the
Yeah,
time.
like I was expecting a build up, like, oh shoot, D-Day's coming, like
They even
they're
kind
gonna
of did
ready up and go.
they even kind of did a build up with like Crosby not getting any sleep for 3 days. And
That's true. Yeah.
I thought some of those shots were really cool looking, like when he was getting sleep deprived and like people were moving by him fast and he was like out of it.
Yeah.
I thought some of those shots were really well done.
Yeah, because he had to write out the mappings for all these missions and people, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sleep until the mission's done. They're all telling you need to get sleep, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you need
And
to
he's
get
like,
sleep.
he's like snarky with the doctor. He's like, yeah, I'll definitely do that. And then just like takes a bunch of the pills when the doc told him to just take
Oh,
one.
that's right. Because he's like, even the narration, he's like, oh yeah, we're up to the point where coffee doesn't work anymore. So he goes to the doctor to get some medicine to keep him up. Doctor's like, just one. Okay, doc.
I wonder what those were. I wonder if they were giving him like cocaine or meth or something to keep him awake.
Or steroids or something. Or steroids back then.
Yeah, probably something like that.
But yeah, and then like you said, he passes out. Like he's got this tipping point. Like, we're ordering you to go to bed. And as he's walking out, like he passes out and
Yeah.
wakes up 3 days later and missed everything.
Yeah, sleep deprivation is no joke, and I feel like they showed that well. And his acting in
They
that
did.
parts where he was a little unhinged was really good too. And like him hearing the ticking, and it just ended up being his watch, and you could tell he was so on
Mhm.
edge.
going crazy. Yeah, because you're right. It's like sleep deprived is just as bad as anything else. It's like you might
Yeah.
as well not be there.
Yeah.
So like that part was interesting. So like those little elements, like at the camp and Crosby stuff, interesting. But again, then it was the camp at with the P-51 pilots.
Yep.
There just wasn't a lot of time with them, so I didn't get the feel of their base. And
Yeah, and I liked those scenes. They seem like interesting characters.
Mhm.
They're like talking about their girls back home, or that other guy was talking about the like
Yeah,
land
the
he was
land.
getting.
Yeah,
It seemed like a close knit group and would have been cool to see. But yeah, we just didn't get a lot of time with them.
like almost none. And by the time we knew it, they're flying, and then like 2 seconds later, he was like, "Yeah, let's go down under the clouds." Like I didn't come all this way to just fly, and then like literally, he shot a few bullets. One guy, one ship got hit, another airplane got hit, and then by the time I know it, he's on the ground.
Yep,
Like it was literally that quick.
it was. Yeah,
Like so, like I was a little disappointed in that. And then again, the building up to D-Day, we didn't even like we saw them getting ready to fly out, right?
mm-hmm.
But like we didn't even see it. Like literally, who was explaining it? Was it Rosie explaining it?
Yeah,
And then it was just like there's like literally like 5 seconds of like
Yeah.
showing a glimpse of it, and then like it was over.
yeah.
And then it's like, oh, okay, D-Day's done. Like that part's done.
It's definitely a different take on World War II than most
Yeah,
things that I've seen.
and I get it in the sense of like I totally understand. Like I don't like the ground war and all that, and like I get we don't necessarily need to see it, but like I just thought the build up to it would be cool. Like them getting ready, them being nervous, them like flying, and then all of a sudden like seeing it all.
Just
Like it would have been cool
craziness.
being there with them.
Yeah,
But whatever. It is what it is.
yeah. A couple of other interesting scenes that I definitely want to touch on is one, the Sandra spy storyline.
Oh yeah.
That
Mhm.
also felt, I don't know if rushed is the right word. It seems like they're setting up for something, but I don't know if we're going to get a real payoff, or like, I don't see what the payoff is yet. Like they spent a lot of time following her, sneaking through France and getting to this building, but we
That's
still
what I mean. What's the point? What they show a lot of time of her, and at first I'm like, is she like a German spy or something? Is she like actually bad or something?
Mm,
Like I but it goes nowhere. Like then Crosby gets put on leave for a month, right? So he wants to see her one last time
yep.
and gets a message to her. Or she's trying to get a message to her and gets to like her assistant or someone.
Yeah.
And she says, or they say she's upstairs. She goes there. He gets up there and she like leaves a note basically saying, "Sorry, I missed you. Probably for better. I
Yeah.
had to leave. Like
Yep.
you should be with your wife or what's her name? I don't know his wife's name.
Yeah. Jean or something.
Yeah." And then I was like, but you're right though. They showed her a lot earlier in the episode, so I was a little confused.
Yeah. And I
Like, what's the
actually,
point of showing all that stuff?
yeah, I liked the tone of those scenes. Like it felt like a spy thriller,
Mhm.
which was like
Yeah.
an interesting set piece in this.
Felt like
but,
James Bond or something.
Yeah,
James Bond movie.
but then it didn't really go anywhere. But who knows? It could come back up in the last episode. I'm sure it's going to be a longer episode. So it could just be set up. But for right now, I'm like, I have no idea where they're going with this. It just felt a little out of place.
Yeah, because I mean, hopefully, if they don't wrap up that in the last episode, it's almost like a wasted storyline.
Yeah, it would be. I feel like.
Hopefully, like all of that would be pointless. I guess. Well, it wouldn't have been pointless if she would have just been in that one episode
Right.
with when Crosby goes to the meeting with everybody.
Right. Use her as a way for Crosby to work through his feelings or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but then they kept kind of going back to her. And so now there has to be something else because otherwise, especially when they showed her specifically her
Yeah.
and not through Crosby, like actually her.
Yep.
So,
And the last scene I wanted to talk about, I have a question for you. When
Mhm.
the Tuskegee airmen that got downed were being interviewed by the SS person, did he feel more incompetent than the one that interviewed Bucky? Because to me, it felt like he was kind of a joke. Some of his scenes almost felt like funny, where he was like,
Yeah,
I don't know, he didn't seem as like he was really trying to, or wasn't doing well at getting them to talk, whereas I thought Bucky's did a really good job of trying to get them to talk.
I agree, but I also think it was just rushed. Like they were just trying to hurry up and rush them to the thing. So I don't think they cared about those scenes as much.
That could
Like
be
the directors. That's what I got the sense of, like they're just the writers and director are just rushing to get them to the camp. That's what like. But you're right though. The guy didn't seem as
adept.
I don't know, like the guy with Bucky. Sorry, he was intimidating in a way where like he's trying to be friendly.
Yeah, he
Like,
definitely
but this guy
built the rapport much better than this guy.
Yeah, this guy. I agree with you. I agree.
And
But I think part of it is we just don't care.
Yeah, I still enjoyed that scene. I wonder if it's trying to if it was trying to show. It could just be that the directors rushed it and didn't really care as much, or I wonder if it's showing that like the Nazis are losing their best men and like they're becoming a little more incompetent at some of the things. Or I don't know. They could go with
That's
going with
probably
something like that.
That's probably not what the directors meant, but if they hear you say that, then that's what they'll say now.
I'll retcon it for them.
Yeah.
Like they're spread too thin. They've got people in these positions that haven't had much practice with it. Yeah.
The directors will just, yes, that is right, Caleb. Exactly.
That's exactly what we were going for. Thank you for picking that up.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know anyone would. All right. Yeah, overall I still liked it, but I could see why I gave it a 6. I mean, it's still above average, but definitely for an episode before a finale and one that like has D-Day type stuff, and like I could see why you would give it a 6.
Yeah. I'm still really excited for the finale. I feel like a bunch of stuff's about to kick off, and I'm really excited to see that. Hopefully we'll see both like an escape or a rescue, and also see some air combat, and so I'm excited to see that.
And it's just crazy how different the show feels now compared to the beginning. It almost feels like a different show now, doesn't it?
It really does, yeah. And I think they needed to, because I think at one point we even said, okay, this is feeling a little bit repetitive. So I see why they didn't do as much stuff in the air, but still, it's D-Day. I agree with you that I feel like they should have shown a little bit more, but it's a tough balance.
We should have at least even though they weren't doing much, we should have at least followed them there and like seen the awe with Rosie. You know, he was explaining, but I wish we would have seen it with him.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I can't wait for the finale, and
next week.
I'll be sad when it's over.
Yeah, for sure. We'll have to find something new to watch. I'm definitely I'm not going to be too sad because I get to go watch Band of Brothers for the first time after watching this.
That's true. Oh, Band of Brothers is so good, dude. Again, I love the show, but man, Band of Brothers is just so different.
Yeah, and then I'll probably go into the Pacific. So it'll. Yeah.
I need to watch that too. I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, so we still got some stuff to watch.
Yeah. Sweet.
All right. Well, we'll see you next week for our review of the finale.
Yes, can't wait. I think I looked, it's like an hour and like 20 minutes long or something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's like a movie almost.
Yeah.
But all right, what do we got now? Halo?
Yeah, Halo, season 2, episode 6. Okay, so again, we'll give our initial thoughts and then move in. We'll give a warning before the spoilers. So I'll go ahead and give my score first on this one. Episode 6. So I thought this was a decent episode. It definitely had some weird things going on, and I feel like the writing, it kind of was like they had to write certain things in just to get where they wanted. And so some things like kind of didn't make sense, and I'll expand on that in the spoilers. But I still think it was a decent episode. There were some cool action scenes. It wasn't my favorite. But I think I was teetering between a 6 and a 7 on this episode. And I think for some of the stuff they're setting up, I'll give it a 7. Yeah, I think I'll go with a 7. for some of the action and some of the setup, but there were some things that if there weren't cool scenes in this, it could have dropped it a lot more. So,
okay. I was going back and forth, but the more I thought about this, to me, this episode was so average. I would give this a 5. There's some things that like I'm like, why? And I'll explain those in spoilers.
Yeah.
There's other things that they're trying to build up, and like to me, it fell flat. And a character that I didn't like what they're doing with one of the characters, and just things I'm like, to me, it was a little disappointing, to be honest.
Yeah.
And as much I don't know, because I might have given last week's score. I don't remember if I gave it 6 or 5, but at least last week like had some character moments. This week for me, it just fell flat. It was just a little disappointing.
I think
and
that's
felt
fair.
rushed. And there's certain things, like I'll explain the spoilers, I didn't like. But yeah, so I'd give it a 5. I'm still enjoying it, but I think this one was just average 5. I think last week and this week, I don't remember what I gave last week, but yeah, I think both these 2 episodes were a fall from the Reach episode.
Yeah, it definitely was from the Reach episode. It still isn't reaching to season 1 lengths, but still
no. Season 1's like a 3, so like this is still like average to me. But,
yeah. And after we talk about this, I may change mine to a 6, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I can justify my 7.
Okay.
With that note, we're getting into spoilers now. So spoilers for Halo Season 2, Episode 6. Spoiler warning.
Yes.
Okay, so one thing I was excited about to see, and it's the way the episode started out, was we did get to see the Spartan 3s in training, which I was excited to see the Spartan 3s. They're kind of more like Spartan 4s from the game, but they're still incorporating some of the Spartan 3 stuff. So
even though we didn't actually get to see Elite because it was fogged up.
Yeah, that's true. I did like some of the like combat tactics they were doing in the training and stuff, but we didn't really see.
It was cool. I liked it too, but like I don't know if it's budget reasons or what.
Yeah, probably.
The thing I thought this was so stupid. So they just so happened to have the simulation right where like John and them were taken. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I did notice that.
That was the same exact hallway with the same exact explosion in the spot and everything. They just so happened to have that same spot with the explosion.
That was a little silly. The only thing I if I were to try and justify it, like they have advanced technology and AI, they could ask, like Kai could have asked, hey, give me a simulation of this part of the base after an attack or something. But yeah, it is kind of silly.
You need to be like for marketing for people because it was for saving budget. That's what it was for.
It was for saving budget. Yeah.
But hey, these writers and director Caleb, wow, you are so right.
I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, but you're right. It is budget reasons.
You're hired, Caleb. You're hired.
I did like. So I have a feeling the person you don't like what they're doing with is Kai. And I will probably agree with you, and we'll get into that. But I did like the part of the Kai storyline I did like is how much she regretted not being there on Reach. And like her,
I did like that. It did show that. Thankfully, yes. Yeah. I did like that. But for me, it was such a 180. It did not feel earned that she is this much not to believing John. Am I being crazy with that? Do you agree?
I agree. Yeah, like that whole part of her not trusting him or kind of trusting him, but being like,
it doesn't feel earned. Like it should be way more intense than it actually was. But I when I was watching it, it didn't feel intense because it didn't feel real.
She's had a couple things, like her writing has been kind of back and forth throughout all of Halo, the show, where she's like standing up for the chief a lot and then fighting back against him and then standing up for him and then not believing him. And it's like, just pick who you trust. Like,
stop being indecisive. Like, and then of course, Zackerson's still trying to manipulate her. Like, he's alive, but he's obviously working with McKee.
Yeah.
So the other character I actually wasn't I didn't care. Like, I'm kind of disappointed with what we're doing with her as Perez. She just doesn't seem like she should be. Her character just seems like in the last episode, she was, you know, she was almost reluctant to keep fighting. I just
Yeah.
it just she seemed out of character. Like the last episode, she's like, you don't understand. Like you can't fight this. You can't train for this. And then now she's training for it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like with her, they rushed it. Like there should have been a moment where she was like grappling with that like sadness and guilt of losing her family and not being there when that happened.
Yeah,
and
that's
like,
true.
And like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fight back and like not let this weigh me down. But we never saw that. It just opened on she's a Spartan 3 now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It went from her, and another thing too is like, did she not talk to Kai about like John? Like, oh yeah, I was with him most of the time. Like he could still be alive.
True.
Like, did they not have like a conversation?
I guess
Like, I know
not.
she left, but like, hey, like right before I left, like John was still alive.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know,
true.
like,
I
did they
didn't think
not
about that.
talk? Like,
Those are the
so there's
kind of
this.
things that I was talking about, and there's a big one where it feels like the writers don't justify their writing well enough. And the biggest one for me in this episode was first of all, I did not like Kai fighting the chief and keep beating him up. Like that just seemed like a weird character choice. But then she just leaves him and nobody does anything for like minutes. Like what?
Yeah, I was gonna say you have the chief there, and he's just in a locker room.
Yeah, alone.
Like
he just got beat up by a Spartan in armor, and you just leave him long enough that he can wake up? That seemed ridiculous to me. Okay, I'm changing mine to a 6.
You think they would have? Yeah, you're right though. You think they have guards out nearby? Or Ackerson, they were watching her.
Yeah,
Like they were watching her in the camera.
Watched her leave and went, okay, we'll sit on that for a bit and figure that out later. After he's already taken out a ton of Marines and shown that he's if you don't have a Spartan, you're screwed. Like
all the writers had to do was just have like Cortana lock all the security guards away or something.
True.
It's such such simple things the writers could have done, and it would have like made sense. We wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah.
Like, so the Kai stuff and the Perez stuff, I was not a fan of. And the second thing, or the third thing, whatever you want to call it. So the chief and them, they all and Quan and all them land, and then they all just like randomly split off and go different directions.
Yeah, in territory where like people are looking for them, and yeah,
Quan's like walking over a cliff and sees bad guys. Like, okay, she's gonna go back and warn everyone. No, Chief and them are walking away, and then the wife and what's his name?
Soren.
Soren and his wife are like, oh no, we're going somewhere else. You can't go over there, crazy. And Miss Chief's like, find your son. Like, what? And then Halsey just randomly, no one saw her walk away. Apparently.
Yeah.
I don't like they got to this planet and like they just all like go separate. I just didn't get it. I don't.
Yeah. The writing seems really inconsistent because some of the stuff
why
they're
couldn't
like
they just had
I don't know.
They could have just had a scene like right like they all together. I get Halsey just walking away. I get her just walking away.
That fits her character, sure.
Like the other one's gonna have a scene like, hey, I'm gonna go scope out over here. Quan, you go this way, and Soren and them, you guys go this way. And then like they just get mixed up, and like why don't I don't get it. So that frustrated me. Well, not frustrated me, but I'm just like, really?
Yeah.
And then lastly, I loved the stuff with the elites, like the priest, the like priest elite or whatever.
I agree. That was one of the points I liked the most. Yeah.
But what I didn't like about it is like we're actually gonna have like some elite on elite action fights, but like they just show McKee crawling and all we see is like legs of elites fighting.
True.
Like I wish we would have saw like more of that.
That's again budget stuff, I'm sure.
I know.
But yeah, seeing that elite priest, that was definitely something new that I hadn't seen and I was not expecting, but that was pretty cool. Very interesting. And it seems like they're doing the stuff where the Covenant like split up into different factions. Seems like they're doing that earlier with the Arbiter. Which,
they are doing that pretty early because they haven't even reached the ring yet.
Right. Yeah, that was after in the games. So I'm interested to see where they go with that. And
I just wish they would show more of that. We're wasting so much time with Quan and Soren and his wife finding their son, like all of this crap we don't
Yeah.
need to watch.
I did not care
When
about
we could
that
be
at all.
focusing on and we could be watching like some Covenant like politics, like that's way more interesting.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I gave it like a 5, like an average, because even though I'm enjoying it, there's so much just crap and in little things the writers do stupidly.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna lower mine to a 6 because there were some, but the thing that brings it slightly above average, I did like the Elite stuff and the Covenant stuff, but I also really liked the Cortana stuff.
yes, I agree.
Especially the ending. That ending where Cortana was just like leading him down a hallway and keeping him like safe from everything.
Cool. Yeah.
That felt like Halo. Like if he had his armor and was doing that would be Halo. That's exactly what the game is.
It felt like Cortana and Master Chief, like they already have like a relationship. That's what it feels like. They're building that trust, and I loved that too.
And
The
Cortana
Cortana stuff was interesting.
Yeah, and she is so overpowered. Like
Oh god, yeah.
She just made that so easy for him by just like, oh, she's awesome.
And you were right. They had Cortana go with them to spy on them.
Yep.
Like, remember you mentioned that the last episode. Like
Yep.
the only reason they could make sense is if
good old
they sent
Parangosky.
her and,
Yep.
Yeah. I don't. Everyone in the show I don't like. Well, like that's a character you're not supposed to, but like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I
like Ackerson more than I like her.
But I think that means that character is well done because you're not supposed to really like her. I feel like
I was gonna say not like
in
a bad way, but like in a good way, like a good hate, not like a Quan hate.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, so I really like that.
And then like Quan running away and she jumps in the well and it's down there and falls. Even Halsey's like, let's just skip this part.
Yeah, I know. That was the
you're
writers.
Gonna hate me, blah blah. I know.
Yeah,
we've done this.
Yeah. That was a pretty funny line.
Yeah, that was
so
great.
I did not.
The same thing.
I did not care about Quan again. I did like that we saw Miranda. Finally.
Yeah, finally.
And her interactions with
of
Halsey
course, the first thing
were good.
I was gonna say the first thing we see with Halsey, she gets mad. You're letting other people use my research.
Yeah,
like, lady.
Yeah. And then Miranda has the comeback of, it's a good thing we looked at it because then I was able to find your mistake. Oh.
Yeah. Did you not know Keyes is dead?
That's a good question. And of course, that's not the first thing Halsey says. Like that should be, but yeah. So
I was after. Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was moving to a different point. So if you have something, go ahead.
No, not at this point. You can go.
I have a theory, which I don't know if I like or not, but that lady that Quan keeps seeing, I have a feeling she is related somehow to the librarian. You remember the librarian from Halo 4?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So
the Forerunners. Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a feeling she's some kind of like, I don't know, genetic thing that the librarian planted in certain people that will eventually bring them to the things that the librarian wanted to do.
So you think Quan's it's like a Forerunner storyline?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's with the well stuff and her family, her dad going to the well, and like obviously Master Chief has some Forerunner gene stuff going on too because he's able to handle the relic. So I think Quan's going to be involved in that. And I have a feeling the librarian's going to be the reason why, but that's just a theory. I don't know for sure.
Well, I've read other people's theories that she has something to do with Forerunners.
Yeah. I was just like, what is the importance of this old lady? What could it be? And I was like, well, I guess it could be like a librarian thing because she's kind of like the person behind all of the stuff for like planting genes in future races.
I don't know, man. I'm all for like getting that stuff, but why with Quan?
Yeah, I know.
Like, to be honest though, like I don't need any. All I want it's just simple. I just want Chief and Cortana to get to the Halo ring.
I know.
That's all I want.
We're not going to get that till the last episode.
but I want it just to be them two. Like I swear, and I do not. I hope, and I don't think it's. I think they're making McKee a way bigger thing, and she's gonna be on the ring or something. I really hope McKee doesn't annoy me as a character, but I hope she's dead before like they get to the Halo ring because that changes it way too much for me.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling she won't be, but maybe.
Because
Especially with
look,
all
I'm
the turmoil.
excusing. This isn't Halo right now. I'm excusing it, but the second you get on that ring and you start like trashing it, oh heck no. Then that's where I'm going to draw the That's going to draw the line. You get on that ring and like you have like McKee with him and all that. Like that's not Halo.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
agree.
already not Halo, but that like at least like if we're kind of hoping, I think that's everyone's hope, right? Chief
Yeah,
gets to the ring
and then it feels like
with
Halo.
Cortana, and then it's almost like a little soft reboot type thing.
Yeah. Fingers
So
crossed.
but I think you're right. I have like McKee is like just a bigger thing, and so is the reason the Halo ring exists even going to be the same as the game?
I hope so, but I don't know with this timeline.
Like, and I swear they better have the flood on Halo, man. You cannot have Halo without the flood.
Yeah, I agree. I wonder, maybe that's what they're saving the effects budget for.
We can
Although
hope.
I have a feeling that won't be till next season. We'll probably just get to the ring.
I don't think
McKee will
if
die.
anything, like they could do like a cool. It would be cool if like they ended on them getting to the ring, but then they'll do like a last second scene of like a mysterious type flood, in the distance or something.
Okay, yeah, I'd be okay
Like
with that.
like Chief and them don't see the flood, but we just get like a little tease, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't be on this first ring. What ring is this?
Installation 04.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's that ring. But you can't
True.
be on that ring and not have the flood, right? Like almost the whole purpose of the first game was like you got to get off that freaking ring.
Yeah.
Like,
Blow
well,
it
not the
up
whole
somehow.
purpose. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. Like the whole point, with the Forerunners were willing to freaking murder living life in the universe because of the freaking flood.
Yeah.
Like,
They
so
have
like if
to
you
be
don't
the
have
big
the
bad.
flood, like, so
one
we'll
thing
see.
I'm interested to see is how the Arbiter and the Chief storyline is going to go, because at this point they're kind of setting it up as such a Chief
they can't
hates,
be friendly with each other.
Yeah, Chief hates the Arbiter now, like personally, not just because he's an elite. So that whole thing in the game where they team up to fight a bigger enemy is going to be harder to reconcile. So I'm interested to see if they go with that.
I was curious about that too, because the way they're setting it up, like Chief or John, like there's no way he would ever in his state right now, like even work with him to fight an enemy.
Yeah.
Like that's the way they have it set up, right? He killed Venick. Like he wants to murder the Arbiter. Like
that's like his main goal right now.
Yeah, more so than I feel like anything.
Yeah.
Jeez. But after all these complaints we've talked about and theories we don't like, I will say, like, I still sat down and I like when I'm watching it, I enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah. One other thing I enjoyed about this episode was the whole, like, I didn't like how Perez was thrown into the Spartan 3 program, but I did like her recognition of there's no, like, after we do the spike, there's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? And then realizing that they don't expect them to get off the ship, whether the spike actually causes an explosion and kills everything, or they like just expect them to be overwhelmed after they do it and there's no way off, or whatever. That was an interesting realization of like, oh man, they really don't care about these Spartan 3s. They're just cheaper Spartans.
Dude, even Kai goes to Ackerson.
Yeah.
It's an interesting storyline. It feels so rushed.
It does, yeah.
Like there's no setup for it.
I did not expect them to all be in armor, which the armor looked kind of weird. Definitely not like Mjolnir armor. So hopefully that's just the armor
prototype type thing.
Yeah, for the simulations, although they do kind of look like they have it here. So, I don't know.
I don't know. If they would have built up Kai and Chief's relationship better and mistrust better. And if they would have, I don't know, they went straight from the fall of Reach to like showing us Spartan's training.
Yeah.
Like there's no like, I don't know, there's no setup in a sense or build up. I don't know. It just feels very rushed. Like they're trying to do too much too fast.
Yep.
Like they could have honestly, they could have had Ackerson and Kai not in the rest of the season and just focus on like Beef and Cortana getting back somehow and like get into the ring and like it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. We'll see. How many we got? What, 2 episodes left? I think
2 episodes left. I don't have high hopes for the next one because the stuff with Soren felt like set up for the next episode, because I'm pretty sure the next episode is called Thermopylae, and that's what he calls the place where his son is. So it'll probably be a lot about him getting his son back and what's going on there. Hopefully there's some good stuff with the Chief and Cortana trying to get to Halo also, but you never know.
You're right. It ended on like a decent cliffhanger, so they're gonna pause that for an episode.
Hopefully not, but maybe.
Because you're right, the Cortana stuff I liked, like that. You're right. You're exactly right. That felt like Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I liked that, and I liked the Covenant stuff. The little we got, at least.
I also liked John beating up regular humans. Like, it was pretty brutal, but also really cool fight scenes. I feel like those were the best fight scenes in this episode.
Yeah.
He just destroyed them. And how did they think they were going to hold a Spartan with just some ropes and like, that did not seem like a good idea.
They were, and on top of that, so then he just like escaped and like went into hiding. Like there's no one.
Yeah, he's just
like an
around.
alarm or like or like other weird guards outside of that room or people watching him. Like I didn't get that. Like,
and you said before, that could have been totally explained by Cortana. She's like blacking out the security or. You know,
she could have even said something. How do you think you made it this far without getting caught?
Yeah, literally, that's all they had to say. Yeah.
Well, like I was thinking, I'm like, so he fought all these people. There's a camera like on him. There's no one outside the hallway, and there's no alarms going off. Nothing. There's nothing going on. He's just walking away.
Yep. Yeah, that part I did not understand.
God, I want to make it a 4 after talking about this.
I think there were redeeming qualities. I'll stick with my 6. I won't give it a 7. I'll stick with the 6. But
I'll stick with the 5. But like next, I'm telling you, if next episode is only on Soren and them, I'm going to be harsh. I will tell you that.
I agree. If we don't see Chief, I feel like he has to get his armor with Cortana. Like that needs to be priority 1, getting him in his armor with Cortana. If they do that, that'll be good. If they just focus on Soren and don't show us the Chief, I'm going to be, annoyed and not like it.
I thought at first Cortana was going to lead him to his armor first.
Same, yeah.
I was like, oh, be the armor, and they open the artifact. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then catch it. But yeah, we'll see. Next episode, you're right. But even if they do have both, it's still going to be like half an episode with Soren saving his kid that I don't care about.
Yeah, I feel like the next 2 episodes are going to make or break this season. Like, Reach was done well, but...
Oh, for sure.
If the last 2 episodes are bad, this season could be a failure. So, but if it's good,
the
it
first
could be
4
a decent...
episodes were solid.
Yeah.
Like, up to Reach. But if these last 2 plummet, man, this is another, like, 5 out of 10 season. It would be better in the first season still.
Yeah.
Like, first season, I think I gave it 3 out of 10.
Yeah,
like, below average
so.
trash. But if these next 2 falter, it depends how bad. Like, this is just speculating. It could be a 4 or 5 if it's bad.
True.
Or if it ends up like 2 good episodes and the finale blows me away, maybe it's 7-ish.
Sure.
8-ish.
Yeah.
8-ish is kind of high.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd put it up there with Masters of the Air. So, like, comparing those 2, it's definitely not as good of a show. But
I'm still riding the high of that Reach episode because God, that was such a good episode.
Yeah.
Like, not even just for a Halo show, just in general, that's the action. God, I love that episode. Why couldn't every episode be like that?
Yeah, seriously.
Anyways, 5 out of 10. It was aight.
Yeah, 6 out of 10. It was aight.
Well,
All
we
right.
got any? Did we watch any other shows? That was it, right?
Yeah, that was it. How you liking Final Fantasy?
I'm loving it. So I'm only starting chapter 3, but man, in every way possible, it feels like an improvement over the last game.
Totally agree. And I love
Like,
the
do you feel
last
that
one.
way?
Yeah,
Oh, I loved it too. Like
but
I
yeah,
just
they're
beat it
just
like last week.
yeah, and they're stepping it up above that. That's awesome. Yeah, I just started chapter 5. So,
Oh, okay.
um I've had a good mix of the open world and the linear storylines, and I really
Or
like
yeah.
the pacing between them, and it has a ton of stuff to do in the open parts, and it doesn't feel monotonous
Mhm,
like I'm just going from map place to map place. It feels like different things to
mhm.
do, good side quests. Love the story. Combat feels great. I'm so obsessed with it right now.
Yeah, the combat's awesome. I love the kind of the crafting. I love the chocobo stuff. I
Yeah.
love the open world stuff and the data collecting stuff you get with that kid.
Yep.
Uh, it kind of has like the towers kind of like in Far Cry.
Yeah. But I feel like they
um,
do it better. I don't know.
yeah, they
I
do it
got
better.
old.
There's like
It got old in Far Cry, but in this one, it feels like
for
you
sure.
get a little more for doing it.
hmm But man, even in even that first town you get, like when you first start chapter 2, that first town,
The
I was
grasslands
like, yeah, even that town, I was
and
like,
calm. Yeah.
man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like 'cause you didn't really like see. I mean, you saw stuff in Midgar, but like it looked so cool being out of Midgar.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a whole game of Midgar. It's nice to be, and even in the game, some people are like, "Oh, it's good to be out of Midgar," and I'm like, "Yes, it
Yeah,
is."
like yeah. Next, the
Uh,
first whole game, like I'm playing the first 2 chapters of this game, and like I was comparing it to the first 2 chapters of Midgar, and again, I or of the first game in Midgar,
yeah,
and again, I love the first game too. Like I thought it was awesome. I remember telling you like the combat, everything.
yeah,
But man, the first 2 chapters in this game, in my opinion, blows the first 2 chapters away the first game out of the water.
yeah.
Like, just not necessarily just in action, but just in everything. Like, the story in the first chapter, I loved the first chapter so much.
Yeah, the first one in Nibelheim was so good.
Yeah, and then just, like, the open environment in the second chapter and all the different things, like, it just felt I think we were texting about it, just felt more like a traditional, like, JRPG, like, open world type, a
Yeah,
good mixture, you know? It's not, like, fully open world like like a Witcher or something, but
yeah. I also like the stuff they're doing with the stuff they added for the combat. They didn't have the synergy stuff in the first one as much, did they?
no,
I really
they
like
didn't have
that.
synergy. Yeah, and then I also like how you kind of you build the relationships
Yeah, that's a
with
cool
your
addition.
team members, and then even like when you're upgrading, you could upgrade. So like I have a few different saved like parties because obviously like Barrett for me, I think in general Barrett works good with red,
hmm
uh,
Yeah,
or
that's a
at
good
least
combo.
with what I'm doing.
Yeah, that's how I have it.
So like I kind of like how like you can and you could like readjust your upgrades too. So like if you want to try a different style,
Yeah. I
I'm really
actually
enjoying that aspect of
I
it.
started playing combat as Red, and I'm really liking his combat style with the whole like
Oh,
guarding
really?
and perfect timing, and you get the revenge meter. It
Mm,
makes the combat really like engaging.
hmm Yeah, I gotta admit, I don't use a lot of guarding. Although
Yeah,
I
I
will say I
didn't.
have been more in this game than in the first game.
Yeah, me too for sure. And I really didn't until I started using Red and like reading into his doing his like tutorial and reading
Mhm.
into what he does. And it just it's I don't know if I would guard as much on other people, but you definitely get a reward for guarding and perfect guarding with him a lot more. So it's been a lot of
Which that
fun
would
to,
make sense, yeah.
yeah, to play around with. I try and
But yeah,
switch up who I
overall, good.
use a lot to try and get
Yeah,
good with all of them.
I I do that, I switch a lot while in combat. Like, I do
Yeah,
switch a lot. Well, like, I kinda cycle through them all. Like, I'll be fighting with Cloud, and then, if Cloud gets hit or hurt or grabbed or something, I'll
yeah,
switch over to someone else, and, so I kinda try to do, like, a synergy type thing, like, that's why I usually always keep either Aerith or Barrett in my party,
hmm
one of the 2, just because I feel like they're like the distance.
Yeah, it's good to have something against the range. Although Cloud can get pretty close up if you do it right. But yeah, it's some of
Yeah,
the flying creatures are annoying if you don't have one of those two in your party.
yeah. And with like Aerith, like at least in the first game, I made that girl so strong with with spells. Like
Yeah,
she was a freaking monster. But I also
nice.
made her where she could like heal. Like when she would heal me, it would almost fill up like a little over half my health.
Yeah, yeah, she's
So like
definitely
I
my
kind of used her as
healer,
like just,
main healer.
yeah. She's my main healer, and then Barrett, I have him healing me, but he's more so like shielding me. He'll give me like a
Yeah,
barrier
like a
or a
tank.
shield or yeah, exactly. And then obviously Tifa's, the freaking boxer pretty much.
Yeah, I'm really
Tifa's
excited.
kind of my all around character. Like I have her good with spells and like she's kind of my like my Obi-Wan.
Yeah, she kind of starts out that way too. She has some good spells on her and
hmm
also does good
hmm
physical. I'm really excited to get new party members and try them out more because I feel like this combat system's really good and it'll be fun learning new characters.
It really is. Like it honestly, like this combat and even in the first game, this is like some of my favorite combat in like a JRPG type game
Yeah, it's fun. They did it well.
because it's a good balance.
Mhm.
Because I'm not a fan of turn-based as much as like you are,
Yeah, I like
and then
turn-based.
even like you even get to like Xenoblade, and that can get kind of complicated. In a way. I like it,
Yeah.
but like I feel like this is like a perfect balance of action and like strategy, and yeah, I love this combat.
Yeah, I love how it pauses when you open the menu so you can still kind of get that turn-based a little bit,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
tactics.
You could think and yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's true because they could have easily not had it, like even in the first game where it doesn't slow down. Because I've done many times where like when I'm doing that, I got to think like, wait a second, okay, I need to do this.
Yeah.
We can go
Yeah.
over to Barrett and do this. Yeah,
I will also say
yeah.
the side quests in this, I don't fully remember all the side quests in the first one, but I feel like they're a big upgrade over the side quests in this
Are
one.
they?
Or yeah, this one's the a big upgrade. They
Oh,
all feel
compared to the
unique.
first game,
Yeah,
the remake you're talking about, compared
yeah,
to remake.
yeah, compared to
Yeah,
remake. I feel like these side quests have a lot more um depth to the story of it, which is good.
yeah. Remake. A lot of remake side quests were like helping the town, right? So find my cat, or
Yeah.
there's this monster over here I can't get, or I want to visit my dead wife's graves, but there's a monster there.
And this still has that, but I feel like it puts more character into who you're helping and like there's some comedy parts
hmm
and it just makes it more fun to do. I feel like from what I remember.
No, yeah, because I'm fresh off of remake, and I'm just starting to do some side quests. No, it's just fun exploring the world, like
Yeah,
and
it
riding the
is.
chocobo, and
Dude, yeah,
like
seeing
I'm
some of
really
the stuff
enjoying.
from the original in this, like I'm not going to spoil anything, but just seeing it in these graphics is just so cool.
I know. Oh, I can only imagine too for someone like you, like where you played it like a long time ago.
Yeah,
So like
been
the
waiting a
original.
long time to see this in HD beauty.
Yeah. Like I've only played the original like right before remake came out, so it's like not as like oh my god,
Yeah.
like it is, but like not years and years and years and years of
Yeah,
waiting.
yeah.
With you. But yeah, I'm really liking it, and I don't after I'm like in a Final Fantasy mood now. Like after this, I want to play more. Like there's other Final Fantasies that people love. Like was it Final Fantasy 10 or was it
10 is
13
good.
or 8?
10 is good.
The 10 good.
13 was not my favorite. I was like 10 hours in and still getting a ton of tutorials and cutscenes and not really getting to play. And I was like, eh.
Yeah, yeah. Especially 10 hours of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to.
10 is good.
I
I
need to
like
beat.
7.
I need to
8
beat
is
16 again.
behind 7. I think 8 is my favorite. Um,
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah. The MMO is good too. 12 or 14. Is it 14 that's MMO? Yeah, 14.
14. Yeah, I'll have to. I don't know. I'll definitely play. I need to beat Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, I still need to also. That's right.
The combat definitely is not as good in that game.
I agree. Yeah.
But I like the story and the world in that game and the characters still.
And the cinematics, my God, those were beautiful.
Mhm. Yeah, like I was having fun. I got like 10 or 15 hours in. I don't know why I stopped.
Yeah,
Game
same.
probably
Another
came out.
game must have came out. I forget which one.
Yeah, but I gotta beat this because then Dragon's Dogma 2 comes out in a few weeks, and I can't wait for that. I can't wait for you to play that too.
Yeah, I'm excited to play that one.
I know you're gonna like that one.
Yeah.
Because that one's gonna be fun. Oh, I can't wait for that. But I'm gonna play this first. And I'm gonna make sure I beat this first before I start it.
Yeah, for sure. I'll have no problem. I think it has less chapters than Remake, but I mean, the chapters feel longer and more
I
substantial.
was gonna say that makes sense since it's a little more open world in some parts, so you're probably spending more time with that stuff. Yeah. Sweet. But besides this, I have not played anything else actually. Now I'm thinking.
Yeah, I haven't either since this came out. Been grinding away at this.
And I haven't watched anything else. Now I'm thinking about it either.
Yeah.
Oh, Avatar. Do you watch any more Avatar?
Yeah, we watched the 3rd episode or part of it. My wife hasn't really been in the mood to watch it, but I'm gonna get through it.
Dang, you're only 3 dang, in like 4 months. One episode a week. You're just treating it like traditional TV.
There you go. That's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, she may be like, "Okay, just go ahead and finish it, and we'll watch it later."
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
One week I may come in and be "Okay, I finished it."
I texted you right that they got renewed for season 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Speaking of that, I finished book 1 of Korra.
Oh, nice.
With my kids.
How'd you like it?
Book 1 is really good. I really liked it. I thought Amon, I think that's his name, was a really cool villain.
Yeah, Amon was really cool. I agree. He was the best part of season 1.
Yeah, he was really good. And then, like, spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear it, don't listen for 30 seconds. At like even the end where him and his brother, like, he's like, "Oh, brother, come with me. We'll go on a boat and travel." And his like brother kills them both.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Kind of. Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch it. That's one thing I should watch this week.
His brother's like the water bender. I don't remember his name. The blood bender, and then
I do remember him, yeah.
And then he goes back to his brother, to Amon. Amon goes back to his brother's like, "Let's go, leave with me this time and we can go live life."
Yeah.
And then Amon's brother, like, he has like the sock glove thing and he shoots it into the gas tank and they explode.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, going away. I was like, dang. It gets pretty dark.
Yeah,
like,
Korra's
with the blood bending and stuff.
Yeah, Korra's pretty brutal compared to I feel like there's some scenes in Avatar that are pretty brutal, but Korra has a lot of them.
Yeah. Yeah, like a couple things, like I would say I don't think the characters are as good as the original Last Airbender. I'm like 4 or 5 episodes into season 2, and so far I don't like book 2 nearly as much.
Yeah, same.
It's like with the spirits, and to me, it's not as interesting so far. I'm only 4 or 5 episodes in.
There's some interesting lore stuff, but the story isn't as good, and there's not a Amon level character that they go against.
Yeah, because going from Amon to like the spirits, which weren't. It's so far, it's not as interesting to me.
Yeah.
I think his name is Bolin, brother, the Earthbender.
Yep, he's better than the other one.
Him.
Yeah.
I feel like he's like the Sokka of this show one.
Yeah, his voice actor is that guy from The Boys, the like director guy, and
oh, is it really?
Yeah, every scene with him in it in The Boys is like, man, that's Bolin. What the heck?
Oh yeah, now I'm gonna think that. That's funny.
Yeah.
His brother's okay, like, and what's the girl's name?
Asami or something?
Asami, yeah, Asami. She's
alright.
She's okay.
Yeah.
Like that's the best way to put it. She's okay.
Yeah, I agree. They're definitely not Avatar level main characters.
No, I do like Aang's kids. I don't remember
Yeah.
What the airbender guy's name
The
is. Starts
Tolson
with a
or
T.
something? Tolson?
Yeah, him and his
Talzin?
kids. Talzin. I don't
Something like
remember.
that.
I do like them and his kids. His kids are funny. Uh, but yeah, I mean,
Tenzin. Talzin from Star Wars.
Tenzin, and then the other son, he's
Boomy.
like the firebender. Yeah, Boomy. That's right, Boomy. Yep. And then the daughter, I don't remember her name. She just got it. Boomy and the daughter weren't in it that much.
Yeah.
Not Boomy's daughter, but Aang's daughter.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, like I really enjoyed the first season. The second book so far, and it's okay.
Just get through book 2, because book 3 is really good. So
Okay.
like, don't put it down.
Book
It won't
book
be your
two is the
favorite.
first out of all four.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll get through it. I mean, it beats watching like Bluey for the 50th time. So like another kid show.
So tell me what your score of Bluey is. No, I'm just kidding.
It actually is a great show, like for a kid show.
Okay.
As a kid show, I'd give Bluey probably a 9 out of 10.
Wow.
Short and sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just
and
after
it
the
teaches my kids
50th.
good lessons.
There you go. But after the 50th time, it gets a little old.
Oh God. Yeah. Lord. The only times I've seen like all the Pixar stuff and some of these shows and Frozen and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I like all of them, but yeah, after so many times, I'm like, okay, I'll watch something else. And then they
Yeah.
like the Avatar live action show, so like, you know what, we're gonna watch Korra,
Nice.
and I like Korra.
Yeah. That is a good choice.
And after Korra, we'll watch the original Last Airbender series, the cartoon.
Nice.
But yeah, that's the only other thing I've been watching.
We'll both have to be on the lookout for something new to watch after Masters of the Air. Because
I do have an idea of what we can watch.
okay.
And I started the first episode. I don't know if you've heard it. I think it's called Shogun.
Oh, Shogun. Yeah, I've seen stuff
Shogun.
for it. Is it the first season that's airing now?
It's the first season that's airing, and I think only 4 or 5 episodes are out right now.
Okay.
And I've heard amazing things about the show.
It looked interesting. I'd definitely be down to watch this, yeah.
Yeah, like it has really good reviews, Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, user and critics.
Yeah.
I mean, like a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 for these episodes.
Yeah, so the 4th episode comes out in 2 days.
Yeah, I think in 2 days.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks cool.
Okay.
I'll definitely watch that.
Yeah, so we can catch up, and
Yeah.
whenever by the time Masters Air is over, we'll be
Is
caught
that
up.
the lady from Monarch? Or am I?
Oh, it looks like it, huh? That looks like her hardcore.
Yeah.
I think it is. What was her name in Monarch?
Yeah, it is. I forget now.
I can't remember her name in Monarch.
Let's see.
There we go. We
IMDb,
see
television Monarch. She was Kate.
Kate. That's right. The second to worst character in Monarch.
Okay, so there's 10 episodes, so we'll get like halfway through. We'll do a first half recap and then
The first half recap and then weekly. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I'll start watching that this week. Very nice.
Okay. Yeah, I'm only like halfway done with the first episode, so I barely even started it too. So
Okay.
I've just heard amazing things about it.
Yeah.
And from what I watched, it was interesting. A lot of subtitles, but you don't care about subtitles.
I do not at all. That's totally fine with me. Okay, so it's on Hulu?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yes. I think it's on a few things, yeah, but Hulu is what I'm watching it on.
Cool. Sounds good.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah, that's all I got this week.
Yeah, me too. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining us for this VGA podcast episode, and we will talk to you next week.
Peace.